Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, CDM number 9. We have a warm front that is going to attempt to move through the region today, and that's leading to a wintry mess around the area. Along and southeast of the I-95 corridor, we are already going over to rain, but watch out for a few slick spots. As you can see, some locations are still right around that freezing mark, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Use some caution traveling because you combine the wet snow that melted and then refroze, and then you throw in some freezing drizzle and freezing rain on top of that. It can create some slick roadways. Now, to the northwest of the I-95 corridor, we have snow rapidly changing over to sleet and freezing rain. Again, the freezing rain is a travel concern here, but the good news is that we're rapidly warming. So you can see here we're right around freezing in southeastern Pennsylvania. That will change over to rain as we push into the lower to mid 30s over the next 2 hours. Down towards Philadelphia, we're already around 36. And as you can see, up towards New York City, around 35, 34 degrees, 36 degrees in Newark. So to the north and west of the I-95 corridor, that's where we have our biggest concern. And I'm watching Connecticut very carefully, especially northern Connecticut, especially around Hartford, where we have temperatures in the 20s right now. Of course, those temperatures will warm. We'll eventually get into the mid-30s, but that might not be until later on this afternoon. So definitely use some caution when driving out there. Everyone else is changing over to rain at a pretty good rate. And as you can see here on our radar, there is our snow changing over to sleet. Here's our freezing rain signal. I like to use the observations more than the radar depiction, but you get the general idea here is that basically to the north and west of that I-95 corridor is where we have that wintry mix. And the good news is that this is generally light, and also it is moving at a pretty good pace. So by the time we get to this afternoon with most of the location as rain, we're not looking at any type of heavy precipitation. So that's why we just have winter weather advisories out, not winter storm warnings, because the precipitation is much lighter and it's changing over to rain at a faster pace. As you can see on the infrared satellite picture, not a lot of strong lifting with this system, right? So you have the warm air winning the fight here at the surface and at the mid-levels. There's more warm air on the way, and that's going to set up this area right here to march through, but this is just going to be rain. That's it. Rest of the week, liquid precipitation. Temperatures are above freezing, melting all the snowpack that's left, and it's going to be a bit of a raw week, but we get a bit of a payoff by the time we get to this weekend. So let's dive into this forecast. For today, the snow changing over to rain, over the northern interior. Showers continue along the coast. Temperatures rising into the mid to upper 30s over the northern interior, lower to mid 40s along the coast. For tonight into tomorrow morning, periods of showers continue throughout the region with temperatures holding in the mid to upper 30s. Again, everyone above freezing at this point. For tomorrow afternoon, scattered to broken cloud cover with an isolated shower possible here and there. Again, this is not a washout scenario here for the rest of the week, but we're going to be dealing with these pesky showers hanging around. Look for high temperatures throughout the region in the lower to mid 50s. For Thursday, again, that frontal boundary hanging around. It'll be pushing northward now with periods of showers. Again, not a washout, but certainly showers in the area. So if you have any outdoor plans, just plan accordingly for those passing showers. Look for low temperatures to range from the mid to upper 30s over the northern interior and in your suburbs. Lower 40s in your urban areas. High temperatures will rebound into the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior and New York City metro, lower to mid 50s in the Philadelphia metro, but don't be surprised to get a few upper 50s, maybe even 60 degrees down towards Cape May or maybe southwest New Jersey, as we may get a few breaks of sun mixed in here. Now on Friday, the area low pressure along the stationary front will move through with showers in the morning, followed by clearing skies in the afternoon. Look for low temperatures to range from the mid to upper 30s throughout the region. Again, everyone's above freezing. This is all rain. By the afternoon hours, with a few breaks of sun, you have high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior and the New York City metro, upper 40s to lower 50s in the Philadelphia metro. On Saturday, the trough's hanging around, so there's a threat for an isolated shower or two, but for the most part, we're dealing with sky cloud cover. You're going to enjoy this, though. Low temperatures will be in the upper 30s to lower 40s. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 50s on Long Island, upper 50s to lower 60s over the rest of the New York City metro, and also for the interior, lower to mid 60s in the Philadelphia metro. On Sunday, a cold front will move through with scattered showers, especially in the morning, followed by clearing skies in the afternoon and evening. Look for low temperatures to range from the upper 40s to lower 50s over the northern interior, lower to mid 50s in the New York City metro, mid to upper 50s in the Philadelphia metro. High temperatures will range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast. Yep, even Long Island, as the warm air will dominate. And by this point, by the way, you're going to have to move your clocks forward 1 hour. So, yep, we're springing ahead. Now, on Monday, look for another trough to pass on through, but just some scattered cloud cover. Look for low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 40s. High temperatures will range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. So a nice warm up. Then on Tuesday, high pressure generally in control. Watch out for an isolated shower with the trough passing through. But for the most part, it's going to be a quiet day with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 30s and high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 50s on Long Island, upper 50s to lower 60s in the New York City metro and the interior, and mid to upper 60s in the Philadelphia metro. So we're definitely shifting towards a warmer weather pattern, but premium members, you know I talked about the rest of the month. I wouldn't put away that winter coat. For more details on that, definitely check out the Premium Consulting video. In the meantime, stay safe out there.